Well, hi there, food friends. It is Kevin and Terry,
Hi, Terry. Hey,
and
Kevin.
welcome to Cavalcade of Food.
And behind the camera, I'm Ralph with my good pal Daniel.
What's up?
All right, and we are here at the Rambler Ranch, and we are still eating and still having fun. And this time, Ralph, here we are in the amazing Kelvinator kitchen, which is in the retro diner here at the Rambler Ranch.
And we'll do a little tour of,
Yeah.
give folks an idea of what all is in here, because we did this actually last year, but we'll do more this time. And there are some new additions to the mannequin family, like Lady Spatula La Poodle.
That's
behind
right,
you.
back there. And we're cooking in a Kelvinator kitchen. We'll talk more about that, but we got a 55 beautiful pink 55 Kelvinator range. We've got these beautiful Kelvinator cabinets, lower and upper. Just this amazing pink sink with a Dishmaster faucet. This is Retro City, folks. But the reason I'm really excited is Terry is going to make a dish that he made for Ralph and I when we were here visiting last year, called chili steak and beans. And when you first described it to me, Terry, I mean, it sounded great, and you said, yeah, you've had the recipe for a long time. How did you come across this recipe?
I started buying these little recipe cards that you get in the mail in the 70s. So I've been making this since about 1979 when I went to Denver.
Oh,
So this is the original recipe. I happen to know, and of course it says right on the bottom, Betty Crocker's step-by-step recipes. And there was a file box, yes, and you would get these. And so this is copyrighted 1975. So chili steak and beans. So your recipe isn't exactly like Betty Crocker's because you've modified it over the years, right?
Yeah, I kind of add things to my taste.
And I think that's what a lot of us do with recipes. We see a recipe in a cookbook and we might make it right to the T, and then the next time we make it, what do, Ralph?
We modify it. We make some alterations based on our tastes.
Exactly right. So that's what Terry has done. So this is going to be Terry's version of chili steak and beans.
And I love
okay?
that the name says it all.
It
I mean, if you
does.
had any doubts as to what the heck is in this recipe or in this meal, it's chili, steak, and beans,
So,
primarily.
Daniel, are you ready?
yeah, I love Terry's taste.
Okay. And Terry, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, food friends, let's get started. Okay, Terry, let's get started. What's the first step?
First thing I do is add the flour to the Ziploc bag
Okay.
and add two good healthy tablespoons.
Two tablespoons. And Ralph, check out that flour canister.
Isn't that cool?
Oh my gosh. It's like I'm in heaven. Okay, so we got 2 tablespoons of flour,
Yeah, then we add a little salt,
a little salt and pepper.
and I use about just a little quarter teaspoon of salt.
Okay.
They're very basic seasonings right now. It's nothing too
And
exotic.
there's only 3 seasonings in this.
Okay, salt and pepper, a quarter tablespoon of each. And what's in there?
Oh,
Cumin.
Cumin. Okay, so that gives it that nice smoky, chili kind of flavor.
Yeah, and this I add a little extra because I like the flavor.
Okay.
So I add more of this.
So looks
good
like a
healthy.
good heaping teaspoon there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
And a little more, please.
just
Yeah,
just
there you
for
go.
good measure.
Okay, so let's say 2 teaspoons,
Yeah.
just for giggles. All right. So there's your mixture, and you just do it in a zip bag.
Yep.
Now I will say, Ralph, there's 2 pounds of meat here. That Terry cubed. You can see it's about a 1-inch cube or so, nice size. Now the original recipe called for round steak, but this is 2 pounds of filet. Am I right, Terry?
Yep. Lemon,
Yeah. So if you don't, we're using filet because it's Terry.
There you go.
And
Right?
it's tender.
And it's tender.
Nothing
And
but the best.
And this is how Terry rolls. But you could use a round steak instead. You just want to make sure you trimmed it well of fat Okay, so shake, shake. Now he's putting in some, looks like olive oil here in a very large and deep skillet, which you'll need. Get a shot at Ralph. Look at the controls on this range. So he just turned that burner on. See how it lights red?
That looks amazing.
But other colors will be different, or other speeds would be different colors. Okay, so Terry, looks like you've got your meat all coated with your flour, pepper, cumin, salt mixture, and so now you just brown it, or how long do you cook this for generally?
Yeah, just kind of cook it so it's most of the way cooked through.
Okay.
And then what is the reason for cooking the meat with the flour and the batter or whatever you call it on it first?
It makes your sauce a little thicker.
Oh, it thickens the sauce. I thought it held in the flavor as well for the meat somehow. Maybe?
I think it might help put brown the meat a little bit, Ralph.
Which, like a sear?
Yes.
Which adds to the flavor because we like that sear.
Yeah. But, flour and fat makes a roux. And so he's got the fat in. He's putting in a little bit more olive oil.
To make sure it gets nice and brown.
Yep, to make sure it gets nice and brown.
And not burn.
And the flour will mix with that oil, and that will help as Terry adds other ingredients. That will just help thicken the sauce.
I see how Terry, you're kind of mixing it all around, making sure every morsel gets attention.
Yeah.
And what is the heat? Would you say is that at a medium?
It's medium high.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And Terry, this is just a beautiful range. Where did you find this one?
This was on Craigslist.
Really? Locally here?
Yep.
Okay. And when we say local, we mean Elizabeth, Colorado, because that's where the Rambler Ranch is.
RamblerRanch.com if you'd like to go and check it out more. But yeah, this is, the camera's probably not picking up just how beautiful and pink this particular Kelvinator range is, but we're going to do a tour of the Kelvinator kitchen before the end of this episode, and you'll get to see even more of it.
So, okay, we're going to let Terry do his thing with the wonderful diced filet and get those browned, and then we'll come back for the next step.
All right.
Smelling good already, Terry. So it looks like you have the meat browned nicely. You were talking earlier about the cut. So this is filet.
Yes.
So it's very tender. But if somebody was using, say, a round steak or, a different cut of beef, what's the advice?
You still brown it, and then when you put all the sauces, you simmer it for a while till the meat is
Longer.
tender. Yeah.
Let it get broken down a little bit more.
Yeah.
Okay. So now that the meat's browned, what's the next step?
Next step is chili sauce.
Okay.
And
So
that's
we've got
throw back to the 50s.
Oh, we love chili sauce, don't we, Ralph?
Is it still easy to find?
Yeah. Oh, it's sold right where they sell the ketchup and the shrimp cocktail sauce.
So then he
And then we
fills it with water?
fill that with water.
Okay. This is a 12-ounce bottle, by the way, which I think is about all you can get with chili sauce. All right, I'm just filling this with water.
I love that everything at the Kelvinator kitchen is functional, and Kevin's able to turn the water on.
Yeah, this is
cool
great.
Pink sink.
I'll give it a shake for you, Terry. There you go. So, 1 12-ounce chili sauce and 1. Now,
Equivalent in water.
thank you. There's 4 of us hungry guys here, but Terry, you said you've made this in larger quantities.
Yeah, it's so good you're going to want to make extra.
Okay.
So you just double everything that we've already shown folks so
Yes.
far.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So the chili sauce going in. Hey, Ralph, look at that pretty girl there.
Oh, that's
Across the
Roberta
street.
Rambler. She's got a brand new American Motors Rambler.
We said we thought maybe a 63, Terry?
63 Rambler American.
Okay, I love the convertible.
She's so proud.
She is. Who wouldn't be? I'd love a little car like that. I think that's
Hi,
cute.
Roberta.
I think that's cute. Okay.
And we mentioned Lady Spatula, La Poodle, but did we mention that's just one of Daniel's latest creations?
Yes.
So Daniel does all the wonderful, magical mannequins around the Rambler Ranch.
And there are about 200 of them.
Wow.
Wow. Wow.
Before we got to know you guys, we saw some of your videos, and we didn't really know you. We told friends, if we don't come back and you see us as a mannequin, you'll know something went wrong.
We'd be better dressed than we are right now, I'll tell you that.
I guess it'd be
Thanks
an
to Daniel.
upgrade. Thanks
Totally.
for the upgrade.
So, what do you need next, Terry?
After this, we'll put in the onions.
Okay. So this is one very large onion diced. So I don't know how much of that you want, but I'll put that in.
I like a lot of onion.
Okay.
A little stir and see.
Well, when you're making chili, it's like it goes hand in hand.
Yeah.
Even though this is a chili steak with beans
An onion.
and
I
onion.
think that's good for that.
Okay. So
Onion.
that would be 3/4 of a very large onion or one medium onion, let's say.
Yeah, the recipe calls for, I believe, a cup of onion.
Okay. So
And as we said earlier, everything is to your own taste. If you want more
Right.
onion, if you
This
want more
is-
cumin, if you want more chili sauce, this or that,
That's
you
right.
can do it all.
And what I love about this recipe is this is sort of Terry's take on it.
Terry's
Terry's take, his modification. Okay, what else can I hand you, Terry?
Next, we will add the carrots and celery.
Okay, we've got 3 stalks of celery chopped and 3 fairly large carrots chopped. And Terry hit me to a step saver here, Ralph,
Which is?
that carrots especially take a long time to cook. 'Cause they're a root vegetable. So he kind of par-cooked them first. He steamed them for I don't know how many minutes, Terry,
Yes, till they're tender.
till they're tender. So they're already pretty much cooked, and they can just finish off in the pan there, and celery as well. So that's a step saver.
Because I don't know if there's anything worse than biting into a hard carrot in a soft stew.
Yeah, right.
And because we made so much, I'm going to add a second bottle of chili sauce.
Got it. Okay.
You mean water or the actual sauce?
Oh, okay.
And he's got it on hand.
Another bottle of
So,
sauce
I
and
am
water.
happy to be Terry's sous chef here, and I will.
A boy named Sue, chef.
Yes, thank you, Ralph. Okay, we will add that.
Is there an extra charge for the jokes? You always seem to
No,
let people know.
yeah, I know. We don't charge extra for Ralph's jokes.
No, he's going to fill it with water.
Worth every penny, I would say.
Oh, yeah. A bargain at half the price. Or twice the price.
It's worth a few pennies at
Something
least.
like that. So while we're waiting over here, let's look at your latest creation.
Sure.
How many have you recently created?
Maybe about 10 new ladies this year.
Wow.
Yeah, she's beautiful.
Beautiful.
Yeah, that hair,
Look at
that
the-
necklace.
The details, folks. Look at every little thing.
Where do you find a lot of your wardrobe, Daniel?
It is often donated to us through visitors that come to the ranch and see the mannequins and
Yeah.
see where Grandma's prom dress could maybe wind up one day.
Yeah, that's cool.
And estate sales is where we also gather some of our best stuff.
Right. And Daniel has his own wardrobe trailer that he
Yeah.
is able to incorporate
God,
and
it's
do
like-
work on, and he sews, and he's done some amazing,
Yes, it's
amazing
like
work.
something out of Disneyland. It's unbelievable.
Yes.
Okay, oh, Terry, that looks beautiful. Okay, what else can I help with?
We'll add some chopped bell peppers,
Okay, so we've got,
whatever color you'd like.
okay, yep, so it could be any color.
Could be the green ones, could be the sweeter colored ones.
Combination. I like to use a combination of
Combination.
So
yeah.
we diced up a yellow, an orange, and a
Red.
red. Of course, you could use green if you were so inclined.
And this is
It's
also
fun to add a little color.
This is also a point at which, if you're so inclined, you could add maybe more hot peppers, like a jalapeno or something.
Sure, if you want.
Yeah.
That's a good idea,
Spice it
Ralph,
up.
if you wanted to spice it up. And Terry mentioned that this is great served with cornbread. So we've got some cornbread in the oven baking away that we'll have with Terry's chili steak and beans.
Sure is smelling good, Terry. We can
Yeah.
get the whiffs of it here.
So once it's all together, you let it simmer for about how long?
Oh, 10, 15 minutes.
Okay.
If you're using filet.
Okay. Covered or uncovered?
Covered.
Covered. There it is. All right. We'll come on back when this is simmered out.
Wow, look at that.
Terry.
So how long has it been simmering?
This one about 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And as you said before, if it's a different cut of meat, maybe a cheaper cut of meat, you would want to go even longer.
Yeah, put it on real low and cover it and just let it sit until your meat is
Yeah, and
tender.
that's important. Put it on a slower simmer.
I wish, the smell in here.
Lower
So
heat,
good.
And then stir it once in a while.
Sure. Yeah, so you've got the peppers, the carrots, the celery.
So good. So what's left to do?
The last thing we do is red kidney beans.
Red kidney beans. So there's
And you
one
just
can.
use the liquid and all.
Liquid and all. Right in there. Aqua
Since we doubled it, we're going
fava
to add 2
is the
cans
liquid.
What's that mean?
of
That-
beans.
Bean
Yep.
water.
Yep. Okay.
Look at that. So
Very
then,
good.
I guess you've got to be very careful how you stir it in because it's a lot.
I mean, the beans are already cooked, right, Terry? So
Yeah.
you're just kind of warming them through?
Yep.
Look how good that
Oh,
is.
Ralph, that looks great. That looks so good. That looks good. What do you think, Daniel?
I think it looks incredible.
Yeah,
You know how to use a Zoom.
Yes, you do. So, okay, so we'll let we'll give that a few minutes, as Terry said, so that the beans can heat through the mixture. Sure smells like that cornbread is
That's
just
ready.
about done, right? And then, boys, I think that it's going to be time to
Chow down.
chow down and enjoy Terry's chili steak. What are we calling this?
Terry's chili steak with beans. Right?
Chili steak and beans.
Chili steak and beans.
Chili steak and beans, yes.
Okay. Guys, let's take this cornbread out.
That smells good too.
Huh?
Yes.
How about
Perfect.
this?
Perfect for chili.
So we're going to put this on the table. And the chili steak is almost ready. Well, food friends, here we are. And, at the end of the day, there's nothing to it but to do it, right, Ralph?
That's right. They say the proof is in the pudding, but in this case, it's in the chili.
And Terry, I will tell you, it smells terrific. We've got this wonderful cornbread.
And this wonderful Fiestaware that it's on, and this butter device. So we're
Yes.
even honey.
We got honey. We are in for a good meal, and the best part is we're sharing it with our friends.
Here and
That's
out there.
right. So our food friends and our friends at the Rambler Ranch in Elizabeth, Colorado. Daniel, give them the old website.
Oh, please visit www.ramblerranch.com, please.
And that will give you all the information about when the ranch is open and things going on here, and it will give you just a taste of the amazing collection that has been amassed here over how many years, Terry?
33 years.
33 years that Terry has had the ranch. You'll see a lot of Daniel's beautiful work with the mannequins and art direction throughout the ranch. And if you're so inclined, my website is cavalcadefood.com, and so you can go there and connect to Always Analog and connect to my Saturday morning radio program. Ralph, okay, I know, I'm talking too much. It's time to get down to business, and let's have a taste of this. Oh my gosh.
That's delicious.
Hearty. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good, Terry. How'd you do it again?
What's the sweetness? The chili sauce. And that meat is
It's got a little
tender.
sweet. You have that cumin. Of course, making it filet, Terry, takes it completely over the top. Don't you
Next
think,
level.
Ralph?
Yeah. It's so tender. The meat just melts in your mouth, and the flavors are delicious. And
And it's got a nice, thick gravy, the vegetables. I love a meal in one, and that's exactly what this is. Serve it with cornbread or some other nice, warm, crusty bread and butter. You could put a salad to it if you wanted it, but honestly, there's so many vegetables in here. I mean, I think we're getting our veggie quota
It's like a
on
one-pot
this.
meal. Here's to
So
you.
here's to Terry,
Oh, yeah.
our cook today,
Yeah, cheers, Terry.
and all of our food friends. We hope you're all well. We certainly are, and we'll look forward to seeing you again back here real soon on Cavalcade Food. Until next time, bye.
See ya.
Dig in. This is so good, you guys.
Yum,
I'm just
yum.
enjoying it so much.
Okay.
How'd you do? How'd we do? How did you do?